Hey guys, welcome back. Today I've got this Ruger EC9s and a Ruger LCP. This is chambered in 9mm, this is chambered in 380. I'm going to show you how to disassemble and reassemble these two pistols. And as you can tell, they're pretty much the same overall pistol, except this one's just a little bit bigger than this one. And taking them apart is almost the same. A few differences, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So first thing I'm going to do is drop my mag and rack my slide back, check inside my barrel, make sure I don't see anything, make sure I can see all the way through my mag here. Now I like to always put my firearm against, table or, in a safe direction and fire that trigger. Make sure I check off my 4-point list. Same thing over here. Step number 1, drop your mag, lock your slide back and check your barrel. Make sure you can see all the way through here. And step number 4, same thing here. You don't need a dummy mag, but just fire that pistol down onto something. So first thing, I'm going to take apart the LCP, and this one here, you will see a pin right there. So all I'm going to do is you can get a butter knife or a flat or anything to fit in there and pry that out, and just pop it right out there. There you go. It'll pull right out of there. You can see this pin will only go in one way. And now your slide will come off. Here's this part. You can clean that up, do whatever you need to do there. Now here's your slide. Here's your spring. You'll just put a little pressure against it and it'll pop right out of there. Remember, on this spring here, it's got this, your rod will go back towards your grip and your trigger, but this part here, it'll go towards the front of your barrel. Now you can take your barrel out of there. There we go. So now you've got your slide, you got your barrel, got your spring, you got your pin. You can clean up all that gun right there, however you see fit. Now for the reassembly. I'm not going to clean this gun because it's only, I know it looks a little bit dirty, but I've only got about 50 rounds through it, or maybe 100. So I'll do it some other time, but now you'll just put your barrel back in there, slide it right into place, get your recoil spring, put it right in there, make sure it hits into that little groove there. That barrel's got a little groove and it'll fit right down in there. Now you want to match all that up right there properly. It'll slide back in there beautifully, or it should. There's a little rod in that hole. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you'll kind of have to wiggle that pin in there and put it in at an angle just to get that in there good. So there we go. And now it'll just pop right back in there. Now, back your slide. And that one is ready to go kill a dove. And for the EC9, double check, make sure we're all good. Okay. So first thing, very similar to the LCP, is you've got this piece right here. It's kind of tough to push down, so I use this screwdriver here and just push that on down, and then you'll notice it's got a pin in there. Then this cutout on the slide. So you'll have to pull that slide back just a little bit so it'll clear. Then you can push your pin out from the back side. Right here, little notch. So I'm going to use this little punch. You can use whatever you see fit to put in there and reach in there, and well, I might be able to do it. Okay, not too much. There we go. You got to line that slide cut up perfectly with that, or it ain't gonna fall out like you just saw with an amateur like myself. So that pin is the same either way, so it does not matter which way you insert it. Now fire that trigger, and then that will come out. That slide will come out. So now you've got this part of your firearm. You can do whatever you want with it. You know, throw it off a bridge for all I care. I'm just kidding. Then you've got your recoil spring. Same thing as the last one, just put a little pressure against it. It'll pop right out of there. Be mindful of which way it comes out of there, because it won't work if you don't put it in the same way. Now we'll take our barrel out of there. Then here's our slide. Here's our barrel. And like the other one, that has a notch right there where your recoil spring will set in there. And so reassemble, drop it in there, put it back into place. Recoil spring right in there. Push it back a little bit. Make sure it's all lined up, make sure it looks parallel. Now, same thing with as the last one. Just get it all lined up. Slide it into place. Maybe not. There we go. Now you'll have to realign that slide with that cutout for that pin. So just put a little pressure on it, and again, it doesn't matter which way you put that pin in there, just as long as it goes. And now just push it in there. You can grab something, or if you got long fingernails, you can just set it on down in there. Maybe not. Let's see. There we go. It's caught a little bit on that slide. Now for the last thing, push that up, lock it in there. And you are good to go out there and kill you a squirrel. So that is the EC9s and the LCP.